Welcome back to another one, guys. Welcome back to another reaction channel, guys. And of course, hand clap goes out to each and every one of you guys who've tuned in yet again to another. Why are you clapping like that for? I don't know. But welcome back, my people. Welcome to another reaction. Of course, this is your Mystelics, and this is where I tend to react to a number of videos taking place in Dominica, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world by extension. So with that said, guys, definitely subscribe and turn on the post notifications if you want to get more vibrations, which I tend to bring. I bring back. Your boy brings vibrations like vibranium. You know, what is that? Wakanda forever. Anyways, you guys probably have no idea what I'm saying. So it is sometimes. Anyways, guys, with all that said, guys, I saw a rather interesting video right there, and I want to bring it to you guys. Attention. You see, in the mouths of babes, so to speak, we can learn a lot of things. And for example, this one is one of them right there.
Show us number 5, King. Where's number 5?
So King have to show us number 5. Look at that, King. Look at that.
Hold it up.
Yes. Yes, you see, moral support. That's something we need to understand in this. As adults, we need to have moral support for each other, especially when something nice is being done or something. You know, somebody hand clap or round of applause for somebody doing something nice. We always tend to criticize individuals for not doing things, but then when they do good things, we don't really say much about them. That is a hell of a thing. Let's go back. Let's understand that this brother in blue, aka the polo shirt, is about to teach us something, brothers and sisters, and that is a beautiful thing right there.
Hold it up.
What's up, buddy? Moral support.
King, show us number 1. Alright, clap for King. Clap for
I like that little boy.
King, show us number 2. Number 2, King. Alright, clap for King.
That's it, guys. That is how you have to do it. If not, the other people are clapping, but at least look at that one. She don't clap in nothing.
Alright, clap for King.
Some will clap, guys. Some will clap and some won't clap for you. Some will clap and some won't clap for you, brothers and sisters. This is why it's good to have good people in your circle. And this brother right there, he's good people. He's young and he's teaching all you people of the older folks, the older generation, to support your dirty ways, man. Support people who have done good. You know, especially when people like to say, oh, support local. And people who like to support local, especially the same people who tell you support local, they themselves never support local, but they want to support you, but they want to tell you to support local, which is rather interesting. But you know, guys, there's something rather interesting going on in the sphere of adulthood. I must bring to our knowledge right there, guys. And of course, it has a lot to do with the English language, with the Minister of Education, brothers and sisters. Let me start it again. With the English language of the Minister of Education, brothers and sisters. And of course, let's take a tune into what has happened right there.
If you are learning to speak English, then pronunciation is probably one of the biggest frustrations that you have right now.
No doubt about it, brothers and sisters. English is a difficult language. We're not lying. English, who made English? We should go back to Hebrew or Greek, Chinese, or you only own there with only Chinese language. Or you stay away. We should go back to Spanish. Is an even easier language. I remember doing an exam. I had no clue what I was doing, but I was just seeing the paragraphs and stuff and putting them together. Guys, I had an A in Spanish class. Put this thing together and it made sense, you see me. That was no a B. I got a B. I got an A in French. French was another difficult language I myself don't understand. It's interesting that I can speak more Spanish than French. Anyways, guys, English is a terrible language. Yes, we know that for a fact. Each and every one of you guys, you can agree with me when I say that, brothers and sisters. It's a terrible language. But Jonilia, aka Octavia Alfred, she's about to show us how terrible that English language can be. You just bypass that like nobody noticed. Oh, you cannot say preparatory. Congratulations. Let me see the language. Preparatory. You cannot say that. Minister of Education. I think this was the national assessment she was speaking about. Yes, this is it right there. Top performance for the national assessment, sixth grade national assessment in Dominica. And she cannot say preparatory. Just say preparatory. You don't even have to say much. But anyways, let's continue. It doesn't just stop there. She decides prep you want to say.
Environmental degradation.
What she say? When the sun go down, what?
Environmental degradation. When the sun going up my speech.
The sun going up? What kind of sukuya thing is that, boy?
Environmental degradation. When the sun going up my speech impediment.
I myself, when she say about speech impediment, I thought myself to be a born fool because I cannot understand how you have a speech impediment without the impediment in the first place. You cannot pronounce. Let's, brothers and sisters, let's Google. Let us Google what impediment means, brothers and sisters. I have to find it myself. So a speech impediment, brothers and sisters, is a hindrance or obstruction in doing something. That is an impediment. That is not speech, okay? But the understanding of the whole thing, guys, is an obstruction. Not obstruction in you be able to pronounce the word. No, that is not a speech impediment. That is just you not be able to pronounce the words. That is all it is. It's a hindrance of obstruction in doing something. A defect. This is the more precise definition for which he's speaking about impediment. A defect in a person's speech, such as a lisp. You understand the lisp? Okay? As well as a stammer, brothers and sisters. She doesn't have none of these things. You just cannot pronounce the word, Jonilia. You cannot pronounce the word. But the best thing is for you to talk about speech impediment. It kind of reminds me of when she was talking about Pampalam. Jonilia decided the best thing she want to do is blame somebody else for a word that she used. She never got to find the definition. She never got there and find definition. People around me will have to be finding definition for her because she says she learned it from Ernie, from teacher Ernie. Teacher Ernie said, me, not me at all. I never teach you none of them things there. Stop your dirty ways. I'm Jonilia. Stop your dirty. But that Jonilia does freak me out. Jonilia does freak me out to the boy. Jonilia check it is she that learned it. Check it, not me you learned that from. And look, she trying to say words that she herself supposed to do as Minister of Education. Oh, Lord have mercy on the children of our future. This is what I think you should be doing, Jonilia. As Minister of Education, best you stop. Best you stop because you're embarrassing yourself too much. Who is those ministers that allowing Jonilia to do that? Huh? Who is those ministers? Only mean to tell me, Jonilia write her own speech. Jonilia writing her own speech. And she cannot pronounce the very same thing that she wrote. Or you don't find all the ministers too wicked to let Jonilia go on front. The whole place in front of an educational forum of people and children doing well in school. And Jonilia talking about she don't know, she has speech impediment. Speech impediment? That is another word you need to go and Google, Jonilia. What's her name again? Octavia. You need to go and Google. I call that Jonilia all the time. That is another word you need to. That is what you should be doing, Jonilia. That is what you should be doing. Because nonsense you're doing. That is what you should be doing, Jonilia. That is what. Jonilia. That is what you should be doing, Jonilia. Sit down in a basin and simulate yourself in a car, man, and you're driving a NASC. That is what you should be doing. I would like to see that. Jonilia sit down in a basin, and she because. It's clear that she's not built for education. It is very clear. It is not the first time this has happened. And guys, don't get me wrong. Oftentimes we tend to forget how to say certain things. No doubt about it. Sometimes we haven't seen a word for so long that we forget that word. And when it is being read, you know, sometimes it fools us. That is part of it. But Jonilia, don't come and say you get a speech impediment. What kind of foolishness is this? How you getting speech impediment on a word that you cannot pronounce? Stop your dirty ways. Degradation. Jonilia, you need to go and search before. That's what the problem. She need to go and search. She just write nothing. You maybe can write and spell, but you maybe can't pronounce the words you writing and spell. Who that write that speech for you, Jonilia? Where Jonilia? Give me Jonilia again, man. Jonilia, who that write that speech for you? Eh? Who that write that for you, Jonilia? I mean, Octavia. You mean to tell me you just come and read something somebody else? Oh, maybe. Maybe she go and Google what. She maybe go and Google a speech and decide to go and read the thing. Remember, she go and try to give us a whole speech about drones, brothers and sisters. That's why people call her Dronilia. She come and give us a whole speech about drones. Where you think she get it? You think Dronilia have any knowledge about drones? No. She go and Google, so maybe she go and Google the very same thing too. She go and Google a speech and she trying to read it, because you cannot tell me that you write a speech and you don't know how to pronounce the words of the very speech you write. Stop your dirty ways, Jonilia. You should stop your dirty ways. That is what you should go and be doing. That. Go and sit down in a bowl and play NASCAR racing, man. Go and play GTA or something, because Jonilia in the wrong profession. And I'm not vexed. Guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not vexed that she cannot pronounce the words, you know. But instead of saying, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot this word, you know, be humble. You want to come and blame things. So if I have a speech impediment now, Jonilia going to make me think, oh, I have a speech impediment and that is why I look in. Jonilia, you cannot sign. I'm sure everybody with speech impediment do sign if you're not Jonilia. You cannot pronounce the word. Say you cannot pronounce the word. Help me, please. Nothing wrong with saying these things. I think there is a lot of problems that we have in ministers or individuals of higher class. They believe that they know everything, so they don't want help. You don't even get help from the people out in the audience, which of course they did help you. But don't come and say you have speech impediment, and when the sun goes up and down, you become some kind of thing that you cannot pronounce. Stop your dirty ways.
Environmental degradation.
But you starting it well, Jonilia. You starting it well. You forgot the Sean Patman.
Environmental degradation.
Sean. Degradation, man. Just like assimilation, man. Promotion. Jonilia.
Environmental degradation is contrary to our goals.
But the people have to laugh. Use the Minister of Education. Not you the other day I was telling people about going and read. Not you that was telling people go to read and stuff to advance your knowledge in finer arts of things. And Jonilia, and you cannot pronounce degradation and preparatory. Stop your dirty ways.
And I'm really not ashamed of my speech impediment.
Stop lying to the people, man. We as people of higher, all you need to stop lying. That's one of the things we notice about ministers of government. Or you like to lie to the people too much. And when the people cannot trust you, that is one of the examples right there. Which speech impediment you have? What is that speech impediment called? Jonilia, go and Google something and help us understand. What is that speech impediment called? Is it lisp? Is it stammering? What is that speech impediment called? Because I know speech impediment have different terminologies for different speech impediment. You forget how to pronounce the words. You talk about speech impediment like people foolish. You yourself probably need to go and Google what impediment mean. Because you have me feeling like I some sort of Ted Calbas and I don't know what impediment mean because I thought I knew. But then I had to go back to Google to refresh my memory to understand if what you saying does make sense. But usually I should have not been fooled as being a born fool, so to speak, when I'm hearing you speak. We should know better because you have a history of just saying things vai. Jonilia, stop your dirty ways.
It has not held me back as much as people thought. So, the only one day when you invite me for a youth session, I'll give you all the story of how old I was before I could even speak.
Jonilia, okay, let's say you couldn't speak. But as a minister of education, Maguisa, as a minister of education, or somebody who has finer arts in learning or wanting to learn better, not true? You have the finer arts for you to learn, the privilege to do so. You have your minister of education. This is why I always tell people, this is the head of education in Dominica. This is the head. And you may have your speech, I don't know what kind of speech impediment you have, but you say it's been a while. You know, back in the day, you were not able to speak. I understand that. But when you come into the fact and say you have a speech impediment, which speech impediment are you talking about then, Junior? Which, I vex, you know. Because, guys, the reason why I vex is because that is the Minister of Education. You write your speech. Who would have write that for you? Who would have write that for you, Junior? I mean, Octavia. Who would have write that for you? You write your own speech and you cannot pronounce your words. And when people come forth and you're talking about reading and all these things, Junior, let me behave myself. Let me behave myself, brothers and sisters, because I cannot understand, and I will not understand how the Minister of Education, just say it as it is. You want to lie and talk about speech impediment. So yes, your speech impediment just happen to come on you. It just happen to come on. If it hold your throat, that's what you're saying. If it hold your throat, you cannot say degradation and preparatory. Anyways, guys, that is the highest standard that we have. The highest standard in Dominica. And this is people that are trying to educate the masses. It's pull string. We were talking about pull string the other day. Does that have to be pull string? Because you mean to tell me that is the top, that is the best we have? I vex, you know, guys. I was going to make this kind of, I was trying to be funny or something, but I vex because that's the very top. Just like the police officer, he himself know he couldn't read, but he in fronting reading. He in fronting reading. He know his flaws, he know he carry, but hey, have to read. We give him an excuse, let him pass. We give him a little blows, but let him pass. You understand me? But don't come and say you have speech impediment when you just cannot pronounce the very thing that you wrote is your speech. Who else have write that for you? Well, then again, you probably Google it. Anyways, guys, with all that, I vex. My brothers, and you can probably tell I vex right now. I vex. Anyways, guys, with all that said, give a thumbs up for the individuals who will not be like Dronilia. These people at the back of her. Where go? I need to see that thing right there. Where it go? The people with 4 A's and so forth. Where it gonna? Anyways, behind her had a set of individuals. Anyways, guys, give a thumbs up for the individuals who topped the CXC thing. This is it right there, guys. These individuals, top performers. Krista George was one of them. Elian Toussaint. What is that? Danica Paul. Yeah, and a number of the others, guys. Congratulations. Give a thumbs up to them. But during you need to go back to school. Yeah, you go back to school, man. Go back in high school, in primary school and learn something, man. Let them children teach you instead, because it's nonsense. Anyways, guys, with all that said, I woke up and sweating that I vex, brothers and sisters. Hey, have mercy on us, Father. What we do, Lord? What we do? But then again, I remember the African professor, man. He says the people get what they truly deserve. That's the wisdom of the world. The people get what they truly deserve. And if the children can do much better than the education minister, I mean, there's hope. There's some hope right there. Anyways, guys, with all that said, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification. I vex still, you know. I vex. Anyways, subscribe, turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they come through. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video right there and then.